And I love
Yeah.
her voice, just technically
Yeah.
speaking. I love her voice. So I
Yes.
think she probably does sing really, really well. And so I was like, I was listening intently for, there's some voices that we gravitate to and some we don't. And that's why some people like Bashar, who mentioned Bashar yesterday in their talk. We'll get to
Came
that.
up a
But
few times. Yeah, I think it was Missy.
was it Missy? Yeah. And I like what he says, but I'm not drawn to his voice. Conversely, a really good friend of ours did not like Esther Hicks's voice, and I love her voice. I've listened to her since 2008 and gone to see her in person and that kind of thing. So it's just when I just focus in on just the voice, there is something about the voice. And unfortunately, AI takes away from that because, and we use AI, my husband uses it in his songwriting, but he uses it as a demo only to kind of help with phrasing and things like that. Because the human voice, there's some element, and Michael might want add to this too, the frequency in the human voice. I mean, there's even technology where you speak into it and it can assess your health issues. I've used that before with alternative practitioners.
I
Um,
didn't know that. That's really cool because the voice
yeah,
says so much, right?
it does, just like the iridology in the eyes, and looking at your fingernails and your tongue and those kinds of, right? So it's just amazing. And with AI, I never feel the God bumps, not once. And I have listened to a lot of AI music, and I can be totally fascinated with the. It's like looking at a painting, and loving it. But if it's too close to reality, it kind of takes away from it. Then it's like, well, did they cheat somehow? I don't know. That's just where my mind goes.
No,
So
I
it's
hear what you're saying. It's powerful, because it has to do with soul tribe and that resonance. And you know what? When I became a hypnotherapist, I thought, oh, I really got to always have like my voice in check. Like I need to do voice yoga. But in truth, I've come to learn and appreciate that even if like I have laryngitis, that doesn't even matter because my voice, the very voice is what resonates. And people whose first language is not English, they might feel uncomfortable, but you know what? It doesn't even matter if they're speaking really, really poor, broken English. It just matters that the voice, that's what people are hearing. I thought Laura's presentation was interesting, but I felt the healing part was very like mothering and calming. Like I almost felt like I was like a baby or a toddler, and I was like napping, and my mom was like peacefully singing and dong 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 kind of noises. And I had to get up and get water because I'm like, do not fall asleep, Gina. Do not slip into timelessness. And it almost happened a few times yesterday. Okay, so moving on to our next presenter. Well, actually, that's me because we had the breaks. Michael, let's go back to you. What did you think about the breaks? There was 5 of them, where I read from my book some of the Unmaker's tools. And then the last break, I invited everybody on a journey to see what tools might come to them. Did any tools come to you? Any thoughts about my videos? Did you like them? I hope you like them.
So I'm going to approach this a little bit from a different stance, Gina, because I got the history with the Promise of Spring and Summer Days. So, Promise of Spring, we got to see the gemstone readings and get to see that, how that unfolds and little story behind. And so that was really cool to learn. And in this one, as you said, you read from your books, and I felt like every part where you were reading was in synchronicity to where we were with the presenters. There was never a moment where I was like, why is she reading that? Why did she pick that to read? It was more like it kept the fluid going. And I also like that, it was not only, but was it short and I don't mean like time wise. I mean, it was short in that you were giving us a sample as if we were watching Story Species, Story Medicine. And it made me want to go, do I have that book? Maybe I need to order that book to read more, and read more and get more into it. So it was like it was drawing me in. Each video would draw me in more and more to where I was like, I gotta see if I have this book. And if not, I gotta, figure out which book again was she reading from, because that one is really resonating. And your voice, I gotta say, throughout the conference and everything, your voice, you draw people in with your voice. There's a soothing aspect to it, but there's also an excitement to it to where it's like, oh, what is she talking about? Wait, hold on. I want to hear this again.